Pavel had been searching for supplies and brought some interesting things. And so we start day 12. So, it's 17 degrees in the house, so that's great. Our things consist of, we've got food, we've got medicine, we could use some meat and such. But pretty much as soon as you can, do things like build your water. Do I have any of those? Consumables. Yes, I do. Pavel, welcome home. Why don't you get some water going? Natalia, you happen to be in the neighborhood. Sleeping on the floor is terrible. Why did you sleep on the floor? There's perfectly good beds. I think I just had her. If you don't put them down as sleep in bed and just sleep, they just sleep on the floor. There's not a lot of so I thought I was doing a good thing, but so back to my previous tangent here. If you can become as self-sufficient as possible. All right, make of the water, make of the stuff. Everybody's hungry. Everyone's tired. So, Roman, why don't you go get some sleep? So if you have one person guarding, one person scavenging, and one person sleeping, preferably in a bed so they don't get that slept poorly menu up. Now, unfortunately, I can only use a can of food, and I'm not going to do that. But we'll make another one of these. So this starts the process of you being able to trap your own food. She's making herself another trap here, which is good. I don't have anything to put in them yet. I'm not going to use the canned food. I could trade 4 pieces of food for 1 can here. This is very valuable. Almost as valuable as the medicine or bandages. Oh, looks like the trader is... Oh, there he is. I thought for a second he was going to change his mind and not show up today. Oh. Ah, good. Things are back to normal here. Okay, so he doesn't actually have the food I want, which is not good. But he has these and this. So I will trade him a handgun and we'll start backing off what we want from him. Perfect. Now, our things. We still need these components. So, 10. Very generous. Fine, we have a deal. Oh, and then that's where he stops. What else does he have? kind of work with? Well, that's the end of that. He's got some books, which are bulky. Don't really want to trade off the bandages yet. Don't think I'm there. Alright, well, we'll grab this off of him. Let's see what else we can come up with. Don't really have... Yeah, I'm still kind of early game. I'm not really acquiring a lot of things. But I'm gonna just be good with that. Wait a second, does he have... Oh, he has those. Okay, we will part with one of these. No vegetables, though. Do I want for that? I would like all of those, that, and that. I have 7. Fine, we can have a deal. Oh, no, right on the edge, so. How am I for weapons parts? I've got lots of those. And one last look for some luxury items, like the books and fuel. And I will trade him, actually, some of these weapons parts. Alright, 2 and 2. There we go. That's enough. Says goodbye. Polite enough to shut the door in her face. Now, what do I want to do here? Really, I wanted to fill these with some cheap food I got off that guy. Oh, I can build one of these. Grow some herbs. And then you can upgrade the herbal garden to make you vegetables. So that's kind of important. Let's see about... Yeah, we'll do it this way instead. Nothing like a good sleep. There you go. So we're upgrading this. You hit the X right now, she'll get rid of that, and you should then quit and start your day again, because your game is going to be definitely worsened. See, now this thing has been promoted to its highest. And now I can build things like a thermoregulator, which works for a furnace upgrade, or a mixer, and that can upgrade your other things, or the heat lamp. Grow plants indoors. Yeah, so I think that's it for the day. Oh, you know what she could do? She could make filter. There we go. We have 27 water. That's, with these 4, that's 31 portions of water. And see what it's going to take to upgrade this thing. Something we want to... Yeah, it's pretty much a components game for a little bit. That's what I'll be mostly looking for. Won't really trade for it because I'll need actual good items. So let's end this day. Oval. Maybe some other tools. Okay, I'm gonna send Oval. He's gonna guard. She's gonna sleep in bed. Very good. Good job there. I don't know about just going into the ruined villa and killing people that own things. Just want to go do that. Old school. Warehouse. That's 70% cleaned out. I mean, I can go fill up on stuff there if I want to. Maybe that's what I'll do, so then I can continue to build. It's the food, though. I want to get some... yeah, we'll send him. And we'll send a shovel. Don't think you need to pick locks or anything like that in the airport. You just have to clear a bunch of debris, I think. Alright. Go ahead, fella. Fast running guy. He pulls his shovel out from underneath his jacket and starts going for it. Okay, so this is of course my first time through, so mostly what I'll be doing is running around with the shovel and trying to open up as much as I can for myself. You know, ripping down barricades as we go. Definitely need those. Eventually I'm going to need some of that, but you can make that out of food. Yeah, it's food. Not cans, but like out of vegetables or out of the meat. I do need those. Okay. What's in this special cabinet? Ah, food. Man, really heavy on the vegetables, though. Just concentrating, thinking about what lays ahead. There's a plane. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Well, I guess I won't be stealing your pants then. Ah, this is... Did you hear about the people smugglers? My response is, it's much easier with my shovel. They took all I had. Cheated me. Glad I have this shovel. Lost everything, even my family. Ah. Do need a bit of wood. I don't want to go much further than the plain. Because in this building there's soldiers. And if anybody's gonna deal with soldiers, it'll be, I'll send Roman in. It has the... Because I don't really want to get Pavel killed by soldiers. Well, soldiers are kind of interesting. Actually, most people in this game are interesting in that they see you, and then they usually tell you to beat it. And if you run away from them, a lot of the times, that lets you kind of off the hook, you know? And there's this last pile of dirt. I feel pretty proud of myself. It's been a long time since I played this game, and I remembered you don't need to pick locks in the airport. But you do need a shovel, because, well, there's a lot of collapsed stuff. What is this? This is all stuff. That guitar is fun. You know, again, an alternative to the game music. All right, so he's good to go now. He can just leave. But let's just check what this last or this pile holds, just in case. It's got that last electrical. Now I think I'm not exactly sure. I never checked this. I do hope to find a fourth electrical piece. Yeah, I did check that, and it's fertilizer. Darn it. Yeah, we'll check these two, but I'm pretty sure you're more likely to find electric parts in things like a cabinet or something. This will be more of the same for components and such. Alright, well, he's got some food. Run to exit. So now that he's got some food, they can go home and they can set those traps and eat canned food. Or they can set one of the traps and then that'll provide more food. I could have grabbed that fertilizer too, but I think depending on what you're using is how kind of helps you for what you're gonna get, sort of thing. Well, I mean, you always get the same thing. Raw food, they call it, which is like rats, but someone tried to rob us. They came in force and were armed, but we managed to fend them off. Thankfully, we were all armed. None of us were wounded, and the attackers didn't steal anything. We are able to defend ourselves. Well, that's actually really nice to read on day 13, because the intensity of the conflict is high. She's hungry, so She can go and listen to the radio. He can go and... Oh, 15 degrees. We're starting to cool off. He can go and get this one trap set. This morning, a mortar shell exploded in the crowded Porogan marketplace, killing and wounding many people. The city of Porogan is suffering extreme shortages, even the most vital supplies. If this goes on, people will soon become scavengers. We already are. We already started scavenging on day one, pretty much. I was a scavenger. Oh, sorry. Sorry to tell you. Actually, go for it. He's like, what? I was just going downstairs. There we are. So I use the raw food, and I'll get 2 raw food back. And now, what's the weather supposed to do? Warm and pleasant. A little bit windy. Oh, well, she missed it. At least it's warm. You, sir, are correct. It is warm. 15 degrees. And all of you are wearing coats. So, he's going to run on down here. He'll run up here. Not tasty, but it's filling. That's right. How about you go and have yourself a seat? Enjoy the chair. All right, now you can just go to sleep. And sorry, Pavel. Gonna make you get up and eat some food. This way everybody's on the same page. Now, I do need to get some more raw food, because you never know when this comes up and you actually get anything. Okay, bud, grab some Z's. Okay, so she needs to make one of those filters and get some water going. Actually, okay. She makes the filter. Yeah, depending on how desperate you are for food, really drives you as to kind of how you're gonna go about your day. Or, more importantly, your night. The military and the bandits, they always have food. Always. They also have machine guns, so you know. Gotta be careful when you're dealing with either one of those groups. So we need another pry bar, because I traded it out. But this one at least will have all its life. And we'll be able to break into all sorts of crazy things. But I think that's all I'm going to do with my day, because nobody's coming. It's now noon. So she can go out for the night. He can sleep in bed and you can guard. And there we go. We go back to the airport for a second time. She's not going to take anything with her. Mostly what she's here for, of course, are components. So I'm going to grab everything, I'm going to jump down here, grab everything I can, and move it towards the front of the building. Oh, easy. I don't think she needed to actually kick that door open. Oh, they built this airport for the World Cup. Yeah, the fertilizer I don't think I'm interested in. What did I leave in here again? A dart. That's what we call them up this way, or those smokes. We call them darts. Not exactly sure why. Yeah, this poor guy. So he doesn't like the people smugglers. I, on the other hand, I'm gonna probably try to use them if I can come up with some more diamonds. Because I know it's more than 6. Well, we're one component short of a... Doesn't know how to get there. Let's go over here then. Oh, slimy. See, he's got nothing good to say about them. I don't know if they do screw you over. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I've tried them out once and it worked and I got out. The reason I did that is because you get of course you get an achievement. Which is great. Love that. Who doesn't love getting an achievement, you know? Right. We are day 14. Not a lot of crazy stuff is happening. If I do ever, I'll build a different map with all sorts of dangerous places instead of what was going on here. Yeah. Continue. All right. So our total here is 35 and 31. That's great. That we've got enough almost to build pretty much anything. So we're going to send her on down. She's gonna go and get tap in her step while she does it. Our stomach is rumbling. Well, of course it is. Oh, I can build a reinforced door. Not as essential as this thing. Can we put it on this side? No. Okay. Well, just drop it right. Hungry Pavel. Alright, we'll have you go here. Gladly eat something, we'll have a nap. Dream about food. How's that sound, bud? Because when I do catch food, I can't eat it either. Alright, you are going to make one of these. Continue to make water. So you get a visit by 10 o'clock, 10:30, I think. Anyway, they all happen before noon. So even though you can't fast forward time as it goes, you don't have to wait the entire day to see if you're going to get company at some point. So, oh, no, Pavel, sorry, I'm sorry. There we are. So I need some wood, I need one of those lights, and I need some components. Components we need. Ciota, components we need. We also... wood we need. Anyhow, so that's that. So now I can send her over here. And we might as well be ready for it. She can make one of those. Hey, Pavel, have you tried out the chair recently? It's nice. Just basically waiting to see if anybody's coming. Because sometimes your neighbors will drop by. There's a bloody tank in my front yard. I've never noticed that. That is a tank. There's another, because I started to look around because there's another house you get where there's a tank out behind your house, just smoldering the entire time. I was like, well, why can't I take that scavenging? Oh, see, here it is, 10 a.m. You can go get some sleep. What did this lady bring us? Coffee? Saved up some coffee for my husband. He loves it, but he hasn't been home for a long time now. He's somewhere out there fighting, and who knows when he can return. So why don't you take it instead? Yes. I hope you like it. Thank you for helping us. Well, thank you for the coffee. And we'll see you later, kids. That is it. So we've got our 2 sleeping originals, and Pavel's up doing stuff. Now he can wander around and do things like get the furnace going, or build things, or harvest things when that happens. But for now, everybody's just gonna wake up. Now, they're due to fighting. Shelled school's off. The supermarket's off. I was kind of hoping to go to the supermarket. Just, to tell the truth, hotel. Some food. Danger. Again with the danger. Alright. Well, I'm just going to send somebody in again for... Oh, not you. You can guard. You can sleep in bed, and you can go with scavenging. She's just gonna go to the warehouse, run through real quick. I'll see in a minute. Actually, I'm just gonna cut that out. It doesn't really matter. She just runs through, grabs components and wood that has been left behind, and gets on through here. So then there is a few piles. So that's one nice thing, but there is no food. By food, I mean that raw food. So she brought home some materials. So the first thing I'm going to check on is whether or not I would be able to upgrade this. Not quite. We're close. We're close. So he's going to grab some sleep. And she will grab some sleep. You know what? You can read while you lay down in bed. And he will go and make another filter. I think I'll splurge and make 2. And we'll get some water going. This takes 20 water to get the vegetables out of it too, so I want to prepare for that, even though I have many vegetables. But they're all, this is their second day of being hungry, so if they don't get some raw food, I have to eat those cans tonight. Alright, Paula, why don't you get some water on the go? And of course, in the winter, that freezes. So we'll have over 40 water, which is quite a lot. Ah, it's the trade guy. Hopefully he doesn't see the star of the Pogren football team and decide to charge me a whole bunch more. I really want those. I want those a lot. These will be helpful too. So will this. I have you, my friend. Bandage? Gotta be kidding. I'm not kidding. Won't do try harder. Wow. This guy's really playing some hardball here. Yeah. So. Wow. It's tough getting those parts and those components. Okay, so what do I have? I need... Yeah, well, I've got enough, I think, to upgrade that thing. Grab the book. Oh, all the bullets. And some more of these. These? Sure. We will trade him a shotgun? Oh, that won't do. Try harder. We do have lots of vegetables. Fine, we can have a deal. I don't know about that. Yeah, we'll go that way instead of the wood. One more chat. Trade him a... No, we won't trade any vegetables. We will give him... We've got lots of weapons parts again. I went and grabbed some more. Managed to find another electrical piece. That was nice. So we're going to grab this wood. These. It's good to start stockpiling sugar if you can. Because when you do start making booze, it's a great commodity to trade with. Else. Coffee. Coffee and some cold meds? Very generous. I don't like generosity. How about no coffee? And you give me... How about none of that? How about we just do some weapons parts? That's good. Fine, we can have a deal. Okay. Thank you. Deal. That's enough. He can run down, Pavel can run down here. This way Roman doesn't go crazy from lack of cigarettes and punch somebody. This is really good. We can get this thing on the go. And while it is not overly enthralling to watch a guy upgrade a hydroponics thing, this item is actually really, really useful to make. Is you grow a bunch of vegetables at once. Okay, so alright, you've rested. Good job, Roman. Why don't you hop on down here and arm this trap with some of that meat we bought? Oh, well, why don't you make 2 fertilizer from the vegetables that we had? And Natalia, why don't you... Oh, you gladly eat something. We're gonna make that. Natalia, why don't you run off over this way? And make that twice. Pavel. See, make vegetables. You make 4 with the water we have and the fertilizer we have. It takes a little while, but it works. Roman, oh, we don't need to restock the water right away. Why don't you run on up to the kitchen because it smells delicious. Unfortunately, Natalia's going to stand there and eat right in front of you, but she'll be out of your way soon enough. Takes a couple of days. Now, Roman, now that we've got our huge building project finished with, let's see if there's anything I can do that's kind of a luxury besides a still. You could make it. I could make a still, and it would be good. This would also be good. Let's make a chair. And that can be the fun place to hang out and do your morning routine. Alright, well, looks good. I don't really have a plan now because, I mean, with our things, I still, of course, it's wood gathering and components. Those are important ones, more so than these or these. And I am making my own water. Pavel, actually, speaking of which, why don't you run on down here and get that on the go? Okay, so now I can end the day. I'll be all finished that. Getting kind of down on what I can use. This guy will sleep. This guy will guard. Alright, decrepit squat. There's so much here. That I won't even get inside. Yeah, I may as well grab it all, and that way she doesn't have to climb back up here again. Like, I think between the first two piles, this place is just so full of materials, and it's not dangerous. Wow, look at these things. Don't need them as much, but... Ooh, actual tobacco. Roman would love that. Alright, well I'm going to leave this and the water behind. Oh, okay. So that's 20 components. 10 wood, some tobacco. See what's in this pile, and then I'll run on out of here. Sort of, yeah, not very exciting there with the just run in and out of a couple of places and grab some things, but there are times when you don't have to explore the entire area to get what you need, and then, because sometimes you're in a dangerous place, it's best to just cut your losses, get on out of there with what time you've spent, and call it, you know? So... here we are on day 16, and the weather should turn soon, which is not going to be good for my people because I only have a one furnace. I will need 2. She got plenty of fine stuff. We were raided, and Roman is starting to feel a bit unwell, so that's good because we've got meds for him. So we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching the struggles of these people. I think I'm in a situation where I'm going to have to make a couple of those saw blades and do some break-ins and such in a dangerous place. So I'm going to have to send Roman into somewhere and, you know, open an area up. Poor guy. But, you know, if those guys would just let the humanitarian aid transports through instead of raiding them, I wouldn't have to deal with them. So, lucky it's not cold in here, but he is slightly sick. So... oh, so a lot of people just shot each other. For no reason. Alright, well, keep surviving, and hope to see you soon. Thanks again.